Hi, how are you lovely people doing? What is with my voice? I don't know. Anyway, welcome back to Nails by Sora. Hope everyone is doing well. Today is it the 1st of August? Let me look at my calendar. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Stephanie from Nails by Sora. I hope you are doing well and are enjoying the first 2 days of August. This is my birthday month, so this month I'm going to be working in a lot of greens because peridot is the gemstone and green is my jam. It's always been my favorite color. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that this month has to do with green for we Virgo babies and Leo babies, but I am going to be pulling out all the greens. And I actually thought I had more green than this, but it turns out I don't. So I'm going to have to really get my game on and get some more greens. But I'm going to be doing, I'm not really sure. I think I'm just gonna play around today and play with all of my greens. So this is actually yellow, but it has a little bit of green in it. And then I'm going to add some gold accents because why not? But I also want to play with these new acrylic powders that I got. This one is a clear background with some green flakes, and this one is a neon trending green. And then I may add in some green glitter. But we'll see. I'm gonna start out with the acrylic as the base, and then I'm gonna work in the gel polish for some design work, and we're just gonna get on into it. So I'm going to take my first nail, which I did put on some Young Nails protein bond, and I'm going to, I think I'm going to marble the acrylic greens together. So I've got here these two lovely colors. And I'm gonna put my mask up so if I start sounding a little muffled, that's why. I've got my monomer out. I'm just going to really saturate the brush. Take a little bit off one side, take some acrylic, take some more acrylic. Get rid of the hair that's on the brush, and I'm going to place that on the nail. Just going to work it up towards the cuticle and then down the nail towards the free edge. Make sure you use the flat of your brush to pat it down onto the nail. Look at it from all angles so that you get a smooth transition from bead to bead. All right, so I like the way this looks. I'm going to put away these two colors, and I'm going to grab my clear to encapsulate. This does need to dry a little bit more before I encapsulate, so I'm going to be back in a moment. All right, so I set that nail aside for now, and I'm going to go on to the second nail, in which I'm gonna kind of do them in reverse. I'm going to do acrylic first on the other nail, and then go in with a gel design, and then I'm going to do a gel design on this one, and then accent with some acrylic over top. And for this one with the acrylic, I'm going to use just the one with the green flakes because it has a a clear acrylic background, so you'll be able to see the gel behind it. But right now I'm just starting off with a gel base coat. I'm gonna pop it in the lamp to cure, and then we're going to get on with the design. All right, so this is future Stephanie speaking. The groundskeepers were out and about doing some mowing and chopping and weeding and buzzsawing. So I decided to cut the audio and just record this in post. I'm going in to do a marbling effect, so I'm first putting on a blooming gel slip layer. You can use base coat. You really don't need a separate gel for this. All you need is a wet layer on your nail. That will help the color bleed. You can use a colored gel, you can use a base layer, or you can use a blooming gel if you happen to have it or want to purchase it. But I have various color shades of green on my palette, which I swirled together, and then I picked it up with the top of the brush facing myself so that I could see it, and then dropped it on, dragging it across the nail in a random direction. And I'm just letting the colors play across, not really putting too much thought into how they're laying down. I just want to make sure that I get full coverage, and then I'm going to go in and add some more colors here and there, either with the flat brush, or I think I remember taking a detail liner and then making sure that I pull some of the color away from the sidewalls and the free edge so that there's not too much pooling, and I don't want the layers too thick because then it won't cure properly in the lamp. So you want to make sure that you take either a lint-free wipe and just dab the sides of the nail, or you can use a gloved finger just to pull the color slightly towards the edges so that you don't get that pooling and rippling once you put the nail in the lamp. So I went in with kind of a transparent, translucent, shimmery green to give it an iridescent look to it and give it a little bit more glitz and glam. And now I'm going to go in with some of Madame Glam's gel liners, one in neon yellow, a neon green, and their gold, just to create some finer veining and add a little bit of contrast and a pop of color. Don't remember the exact colors of these gels. I will put them down in the description box below, as with all the products that I use in this video will be listed below. And yeah, I like creating like different levels of color and contrast. So a lot of my designs, I'll have kind of like a blurry, bleeding, abstract feel towards the bottom layers, and then as you build up, I'll create some more detailed veining and finer strokes so that you really get that feel of a natural stone, marble or granite, so that it looks a little bit more realistic. Obviously, in nature you don't really find green marble, but the technique is really something that I'm really still trying to define and refine within my own marbling nail artwork. So this is the first nail. I filed it and I've buffed it and wiped the dust off of the surface. And whereas this one, well, the other one, I did the marbling effect first and then I went in and put the acrylic over it. This one, I have the acrylic down first, and I'm going to be putting the marbling over it. So trying to get a contrast of different techniques and see which one works better. And I think I remember I mentioned it towards the end that I kind of liked putting the marbling down first and doing the acrylic over it, because I felt like I got more of a natural, less bulky nail from doing it in that order versus having the buildup of the product of the acrylic on the nail first before going in and putting in somewhat thicker layers of gel polish to create the marbling effect. So I've cured the gel layer, and now I'm going to be going in with V Beauty Pure, the same colors that I used in the first nail. I'm going to be overlaying over the gel, starting off with this beautiful kind of iridescent green flake, finishing off with some clear just to even out the layers. Now, I had thought that I got confused now that I have some separation from it. I think I recorded this video initially last week. I thought that this was a nail that I started out with the gel polish and then went and did the acrylic over it, but I'm actually putting more acrylic over it. I started out with the acrylic, did the gel overlay, and now I'm just putting some acrylic back over it because the gel marbling kind of took over and you lost the acrylic. So I wanted to put in some more of the iridescent flakes and have that shine through a little bit more. All right, so I think, first of all, I like this nail a lot better. I think the profile is a lot smoother, and I like kind of the cloudy, ethereal aspect to it. This one's a lot brighter, and I don't think I have the depth of the design. I could go over it with another layer of the acrylic powder, but I don't think I want to. Instead, I think I want to see what a little of this Myth Millow cake gel will look like on the nail. I'm just going to lightly apply it, and if I like it, I'll keep it. If I don't like it, I won't keep it. So yeah, I'm back in here narrating as I'm doing it because it's the weather's starting to turn. So I think the landscapers have either called it a day or called it a break. So I'll take the opportunity to talk to you as I do this. I'm not going to put it over the whole nail. I think I'm just going to block it out and see how I like it. I don't know. I honestly don't know how I feel about it. I think if I'm this on the fence about it, then probably don't like it, in which case I'm just going to wipe it off as best as I can because it is glitter and it will stick. Putting that away. All right, I am going to go back in with the acrylic for just a very thin overlay. I don't want to bulk up the nail anymore. Oops, sorry. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. I don't wanna put any more product on it right now. I am going to end up debulking it to a certain extent, and we'll see what product we lose. I may end up having to go back in and add some more product to fill it out. But for right now, I'm going to let that set up, and I'm going to continue on with my other nail and finish it off. So this nail is actually pretty good. There's not a lot I have to do with it in terms of debulking or reshaping it. There is a slight unevenness at the tip, so I'm just going to lightly buff over it and smooth it out. But I'm not really looking to reshape it at this point. Just make it as smooth as I can so I don't have to fill it in with gel to finish it off. All right, so I'm going to finish this off with some base first to fill in any inconsistencies, and then I'm going to go in with a glossy top coat. So to debulk my nail, I'm going to go in with my sanding bit, and I'm doing it at 1500 RPM. I do tend to like a faster speed. I feel like I'm actually going to put it up to 20. I feel it skips across the nail less, and I'm pretty comfortable with it, so I don't feel like I need to take it down. You can see I am losing quite a bit of the design. That's fine. I can go back in afterwards and add it back in. I would suggest if you're going to do a gel design over top acrylic, you debulk the nail before you do the gel design so that you don't have to go in and redo work that you already did and potentially like. All right, so I'm gonna bring these back out to add in that design again. I'm gonna go over base coat and top coat, and then we're going to be done. Dunsky. All right, so these are my welcome to August green nails. I actually don't know if green is the color for both Virgo and Leo. Definitely peridot is the stone, or one of the stones. You always hear different stones all the time, but peridot has always been my stone. I am an August 26th baby, and so let me know what you think of this set. I do think that this nail came out a little bit better, starting with the gel and finishing off with the acrylic as kind of an encapsulation versus starting with the acrylic and finishing off with gel. I think the nail's just a little bit more bulky, but I like the way both of them turned out. I love the green iridescent foils, and I've always loved the marble effects. So definitely let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions for upcoming videos, please let me know, and all the information for the products I use will be in the description box below. Please do give me a like and a subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know when new videos are available. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.